everyone, my name is Victoria. I was chosen by Product Testing USA to test the Fitbit Charge. So I was pretty excited about that. I was not here when the delivery man dropped it off, but they were nice enough to put it under my awning so it wouldn't get wet because it was raining. When I opened the box was actually really easy to get open. There was a sticker at the bottom. You just pulled it and the entire box came open. It had the Fitbit, it had two bands in there, a small and a large, a charger, and then a little instruction booklet for, safety and all that stuff. So the first thing it tells you to do is install the Fitbit app on your phone, which I already had on there, so it was really nice and easy. But once I did that, I had to sync the Fitbit with my phone. So that took about 15-20 minutes to install everything and make sure it was all good. But once that was done, I was able to play around with the features. The app is really cool because once you sync up, it takes you through kind of an information like how things work, what kind of features we have. So it takes you through that and shows you how to use your Fitbit, which is awesome. For those people that like to read everything. I'm more of a hands-on person, so while I did go through that process of looking at all the information that it showed me, I kind of just spent an hour playing around with it, seeing all the different features that it had, seeing how they worked. It's relatively simple, so I'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I wore it for a few days just to kind of see where I was at. So I think I wore it for like 2 or 3 days to kind of get a gauge on where I was on stuff. And then after that, it was kind of cool because you can track everything. You can track your sleep, you can track your steps. This thing sends you notifications that you might get on your phone. It also has something on there that I find really cool. Is just like a breathing exercise thing. So if your heart rate gets a little high, which mine does at times, I do have a heart condition. So when that happens, I can go on the relaxation portion of the Fitbit, and it will kind of take you through a 2 or a 5 minute just breathing exercise, which I thought was really awesome. And it does help. It shows you what heart rate you started at when you started the breathing exercise. And then it tells you where you ended. And it was really cool because most of the time, I think my heart rate went down by like 8 or 9. So that was pretty cool. There's easy exercises on here where you can track your running, biking, swimming, that type of stuff. It also has things on there like the weather. So you can check the weather. Yeah, if I scroll on here, it tells me my footsteps, how many times I've been active, what my heart rate is, the distance that I've gone, how many calories I've burned throughout the day, any flights of stairs that I've done. Tells you the charge. And what I also really like about this is I work at a desk all day. So a lot of times when I'm sitting in my office, I forget, hey, like maybe you should get up and move every once in a while. You can set this thing so that, you have to do 250 steps every hour, and about 10 minutes before the hour is up, if you have not met that, it's going to vibrate on your wrist and let you know like, hey, why don't you get up and go for a little walk? Excuse me. So that was really awesome. I actually lost about 6 pounds this past week using it, which was awesome. I was really, really excited about that. But also you can set timers on here, alarms. For your sleep, if you want to set an alarm, it will gently vibrate to wake you up, which I very much appreciate because I do not love waking up to a beeping alarm. The one thing I wasn't so sure about at first was the caller ID feature. The first time someone called and I had it all connected, I pressed the OK button and just started talking, assuming that they could hear me, but I didn't have my phone on me, so that didn't really make much sense. So it took me a minute to be like, oh yeah, you still have to talk into your phone. This doesn't have a speaker. You can't talk to people back and forth. But once I realized that it just is a caller ID, it was really cool because then when people did call and I didn't want to answer, I could just kind of X them out and not have to deal with them. All in all, I would say that I'd give the Fitbit Charge 3 a 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it helped me a lot. It was really interesting just to track everything and see, what my base is for everything. And I thought it was also really a good motivator, just to see how many steps I go in a day. It's kind of discouraging when you're like, oh, you only walk 2,000 steps today, when you know that most people are aiming for 10,000. So then you could see, like, each day I would be like, okay, we're gonna aim for another 1,000 steps. So when I finally did get to 10,000 steps in a day, I was really excited. Thank you so much for letting me test this. Guys, buy the Fitbit Charge 3. You're gonna love it. Thank you.